Well, I'm not sure who's with me here, but looks like I am live on YouTube, so that's good. All right. Let me see. All right, so let's look at some assets here. Looks like more people are coming in through YouTube than TradingView. Yeah. Cool. Well, it's casting from TradingView right now to YouTube. What? Weekday stream? Yeah, I kind of wanted to just cover some assets here and do some swing trading strategies for some newer traders. And let's see what we got. All right. So we have the weekly counter trend that we like to trade off of right now. And 1 second here. I'm just trying to see what's happening with yeah, this is TradingView stream really sucks. Hang on a second here. I apologize in advance if you guys are watching this right now, and I am trying to get this situated. It's really antiquated here on TradingView. Yeah, so where was I? Can you guys still hear me and see me? How about now? Can you guys hear me better now? Okay, cool. All right, so just a quick lesson as to what we want to do as beginner traders is we always want to plot our top, our medium range or middle range, I'm just looking at 1 inch right now. It's just really easy to plot this stuff. And then your all-time low, right? So you want to use the Fibonacci tool. Your swing low to swing high, right? Kind of get an idea of where the price action is being depicted throughout the ranges here. And then you want to maybe try to see if you can draw a trend line to touch as many of these touch points as you can, because the more touch points you have, the more valid that trend line is, right? And so I think as a beginner, you really want to have an understanding of support and resistance, right? That's really the key. Because once you have an understanding of support and resistance, then you know exactly where to place your trades, right? And hang on just 1 second. I'm trying to just get some more tags and stuff in this title, so I can get more people on here to learn about swing trading strategies for new users. And I want to teach people how to do it, and it's really important for everyone to have an understanding how to trade in down markets, right? Down markets are one of the most difficult markets to trade in. All right. Okay, great. Oh, so we also have some people on TradingView. Great. Cool. So, all right. So we're looking at 1 inch here just for all sakes and purposes of this live stream, and we just plotted a trend line here. You can also use your line tool. That's probably going to give you the most accurate representation of the candle closes for this asset. So we can clearly see we have 1, 2, basically 3 touch points along this trend line here, and that's going to really help you have an understanding of where the price might run into as a resistance, right? And then as a support, you can kind of also do the same thing on the bottom, right? So you can see we have 1, almost 2 touch points, 3 touch points. The more touch points you have, the more accurate the support and resistance is, right? And if you use VRVP, or the volume profile tool on TradingView, you can kind of also see where a lot of the traded volume is on this particular asset. All right, and for 1 inch, I don't know if this is all the data, but for 1 inch, it looks like lots of the price action was happening, around the 70-cent region, right? That's the point of control, right? And so that's the area where we could be looking for, in this case, maybe a take profit, if we were to take a trade down here, right? And that's a big move. That's about a 73% move from here, right? And we would be targeting, if we were to be trading this to the long side, we would be targeting this area right here as our first resistance, because this area right here was a previous support area, right? We got one low here, we got a nice rally off of it. Second low here, got a nice rally off of it. Third low, we can just see the consolidation here. Attempted rally into the down sloping resistance area, right? And so that's where you would want to be looking for maybe a take profit. If we do break out and we back test this area as a support, then we can really be looking at a big run for this asset, right? All right, so let's see. Yeah, lots of people don't really care about this stuff. Hang on a second. Let's see. Um, swing trading strategies for beginners. Yeah. So. Uh, all right. You guys have any questions or comments about what I'm doing? Kyle Todd, what's up, dude? Um, so I'm on TradingView and I'm live on YouTube at the same time. So if I'm not seeing your guys' comments on TradingView, I apologize. I'm kind of trying to look at both right now. It's my first time doing this, so I see we have 4 people on YouTube and looks like a couple people on TradingView. This actually sucks. So you're totally new in the game. You start on Bybit. Nice. All right, so that's good. What is your real goal from trading? Like, you always have to really understand what your goal is. Obviously, the goal is to make money, right? Everyone wants to make money, right? So how do you make money in trading crypto, right? So one of the biggest tools that really helped me is learning how to read the USDT dominance chart. Okay. And this is applicable on small time frames, is applicable on larger time scales, right? And that's going to really help you get the direction right most of the time. Okay. Now, if you're part of the alert service, or if you're part of, meant the, coaching that I do, or you've taken part in some of the coaching sessions that I've given, you guys will know that I use tether dominance a lot to give trades based off of. Your goal for now is to learn as much as possible. Yeah, that's a good goal. So, I mean, do you have an understanding of Fibonacci levels? Do you have an understanding of support and resistance? Do you understand what you're looking at when you look at a chart? You need to have some sort of knowledge for it, right? Before you're just like ready to go and trade, right? Yeah. Of course. I'm talking to someone actually on TradingView right now. They're asking about that stuff. Um, right. So currently, right now, we are showing some signs of tether dominance going down on the hour and the 4 hour. Well, the 4 hour chart's kind of conflicting with the hourly, right? So the hourly is pointing down, the 4 hour is pointing up. Let's go to the daily chart. The daily's pointing down. So we have daily pointing down, we have 4 hour pointing up, and hourly pointing down. So that means over the course of the next hour, 2 hours, maybe we get some downside. Yes, Toe, this is live. And I'm actually on TradingView. It's I'm just casting this through TradingView. I was just testing to see if I could stream on TradingView. So it's casting through TradingView and into YouTube as well, which is pretty cool. So I'm getting action both sides. Where did the chat window just go? That's not cool. Um, it sucks. Well, I just lost the chat window on TradingView. TradingView sucks. Remind me to never stream on TradingView again. Hang on a second. Right. Yeah. So not sure what happened in the trading view chat window, but I think I closed it by accident and it just vanished. Um, well, yeah. So but always I am stuck. I solvents and I'm scared of placing long or short. So your best bet if you're new to trading is really not to use leverage at all. Okay. You really want to just trade with either a test account or you want to trade with spot only. The reason why I say that is because if you do make a mistake on spot, you're not it's it's not going to cost you a lot of money. You're not going to get liquidated, right? And so that's the whole key is staying in the market for as long as you can, for as much pain as you can tolerate, so to speak, right? Now, if you've been around and you've been trading for a while, you know kind of what I'm talking about, because well, we all have dealt with trades that are losing trades. Um, it's going to happen more than you'd like it to, unfortunately. And you can have the best trading strategies there is, and you can still get stuck in trades, right? And so that's why you always need to have some sort of trading plan or have some sort of idea of, oh man, I only want to trade this asset for a week, right? I only want to trade this asset for X period of time because, it's only going to go up for X period of time before it then comes back down, right? Or this asset may never recover ever again, right? You might experience that, especially in the crypto market or even in the stock market. Really, any asset can do that, right? Nothing is forever, right? Just like trading strategies always change because nothing is forever and everything always changes all the time. But we strive as traders to try to find value or capture value in areas where it makes the most mathematical sense, right? And that's where algorithms come in. That's where indicators come in because these are all built off, Pine script, which is basically just lines of code that are based off zeros and ones or math, right? So um, I think that's the best way to look at trading is you want to find a direction that an asset's going and trade the direction that it's been going in. And if you notice that, oh wait, this looks different than the trend that it's been going in, well, guess what? This could be a reversal area. This could be an area where you see momentum shift. That could be an area where you want to do take a trade because, well, this does seem interesting. This does seem like an area where you could be, capturing some value, right? And so I feel like that's the biggest thing with trading is like you really just need to be very very patient with it and you have to let the trades come to you, right? You can't always be in a trade. I mean, you can always be in a trade. It doesn't mean you're always winning that trade. It's better to take less trades and be more profitable than to take more trades and get stuck in a bunch, right? Um, I tell that to pretty much everyone that is learning how to trade. There's no real rush to get into a trade, right? There's no rush to get into a trade. I'm sorry if you're on TradingView and I don't see I don't see the chat on TradingView right now, so I don't know what happened there, um, but yeah, that kind of sucks. So, but I am live on YouTube as well. So if you want to talk or chat, you guys can message me. You guys can throw your comments on YouTube. So back to Tether, and this is what I was talking about before. Like, you really want to be paying attention to what this is doing. This is going to really give you nice a nice segue into what the market's really going to be doing, or at least the crypto market anyway. And to me, this does look like Tether might have maybe made a local top here.
for now. It's still, making higher highs and higher lows. It's still holding this long-term trend line for now. As soon as it starts to break this structure, I think that's when we start to see some fireworks, and a lot of these assets end up going up, and we're going to see some sort of major retracements on some of these assets that have lost 90 to 98% of their value. Now, not all of these assets are created equal, and they're not all going to do the same things, and so we can't expect that. But we can expect some sort of retracement in some of the major assets, right? So, you guys have any questions or comments? Or I know I was actually expecting there to be nobody coming on this stream tonight, but I was just testing out TradingView to see if I can get that to work. No, it's all good, Toe. This is an impromptu stream. I didn't advertise it. I never really go live on a middle of a work week, so it's all good. You didn't miss much. I was just ranting and raving about what Tether dominance might look like it's trying to do right now. It looks like we're going to see Tether go down, which is good for the market. We're going to see assets go up, right? Stochastics coming down on the 3-day, the 2-day chart also pointing down. You found me on TradingView. Awesome. Great, man. Excellent. Yeah, I'm here to teach new traders and new folks how to interpret the charts. I think the stochastic RSI tool is something you want to have on your chart. I have a lot of different momentum indicators on here. That's because I like to look at. I'm a very visual person. I like to really find discrepancies on the charts, and once I do find a discrepancy, that leads me to maybe make a cautious or more cautious decision, right? So that's why I have lots of things on my charts. I don't recommend you have lots of things on your charts unless you have them there for a reason. I'm also very ADHD, so I like to look at lots of things. But yeah, so for crypto, like I said, I'm looking at this USDT dominance trend line right here. This is pretty critical for Tether. And if it does break at some point here, we're going to be seeing some major retracements, like I said before, in a lot of these assets, even if they are not sought after assets, but they probably will get some bids, right? DYDX was a good one. We gave a trade on it. Now you can see on my chart, I have these white candles here. Now these represent oversold candles. This is an indicator that we developed on TradingView, and if you're finding us on TradingView, well, that's great. I did try to do a stream. I did launch a stream there. If you guys could, like this stream on TradingView and maybe make a comment on it if you guys enjoyed are enjoying the content here. And likewise, if you're on TradingView, that helps the YouTube algorithm get the content out. I've been trying to do lots of short videos and lots of content as well. Yeah, you should join the Discord. I can post that. Let me post that. There you go. So yeah, join the Discord and check out what we're all about. We're all about helping folks. I'm the manual trader here at STP. We have lots of folks that do bot trading and automated trading, and that could be something for you as well, right? But I think the first thing you need to learn is, how to trade, what you're looking at on these charts, and what's really happening. Once you have an understanding of that and how to capture value on a chart, then you can automate it a bit and have a robot do it for you, right? That's the beautiful part about TradingView and the scripts that we've built. All right. And so I labeled the stream "Swing Trading Strategies for Beginners" because I think that, well, we should get some new folks to join the stream. Um, and I'm here to field questions and help new folks with maybe setting up their charts, or setting up things with TradingView, and how to get started with trading. All right. All right, so it looks like we actually have some folks on tonight. So I appreciate you guys popping on the stream. I know it's 7 o'clock here Eastern time, 7:10 Eastern time here. We did just get a new daily candle open for Bitcoin, and we're going to take a look at that. Bitcoin actually held up pretty well today, while the stock market did not hold up so well. All right, so I wanted to kind of cover that detail and talk about it. All right, so far. We have not really been able to get out of this range. All right, for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's kind of like stuck in this sideways range right now. The daily stochastics look good though. Looks like we're kind of pointing up right now here on the daily chart, or maybe getting a MACD cross, a bullish MACD cross, which is nice. We'll see if this can turn into something positive for the price. We're going to go to the 2-day chart. 2-day, we're getting a stochastic cross up as well. So the next couple days, we could see maybe price action to the upside, right? Or at least to test the top of this range. All right, 3-day chart. We did just open a new 3-day candle today. We're not really getting any real clue here. We're still not, we don't have a cross, but we have a daily and a 2-day cross. So if these next couple days produce positive price action, well, the 3-day stochastic might be able to cross back up, right? And so that leads me to go maybe to another higher time frame. The 4-day chart's pointing up. I want to start, but I don't know where to begin. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Where are you in your journey of starting to trade? I assume you have a funded trading account. I assume you have, I don't know what you're trading. Are you trading stocks or crypto? Yes, I'm on Bybit. Okay, so you have a funded trading account. That's great. Perfect. I would recommend, if you're new, you don't use a lot of leverage. So I would say just stick to 1x. Okay. And the reason for that is if you do make a mistake, you're not going to cost yourself your whole account, and you're going to go through some learning curves with the fees on Bybit and the different things that are happening on that exchange, right? And so, but obviously the key is it's really almost as simple as this. You want to buy at support and sell at resistance, right? And so give me an asset that's on Bybit right now. Let's give a for example asset. We're looking at Bitcoin right now. Well, we can look at Bitcoin. How about that? So we just said that the daily, the 2-day, and the 3-day chart all look like we could see some upside, right? Perfect. So are we at an area where we want to be buying right now? The answer is no. We're sort of in the middle of a range. We don't really want to be buying here because we're a bit off of support. Trade at weekly closes until you get convertible. Nice, dude. Yeah. So like I said before, we're not at really an actionable area here for Bitcoin. We're kind of in the middle of a range, right? So you want to be looking for, like if the price came back down to 16.4 and we started rounding out down there, I would say that'd be a good place for a long, because, well, this area is a nice support, right? And currently right now we're in the middle of a range, and we don't really want to be taking a trade in the middle of a range. There's no real good risk to reward in either direction. We're basically just gambling, and we don't want to be doing that. We want to have a a solid game plan. We want to have the probability be on our side as traders, right? So there was a coin that I called out. It was Aptos, and it just started to break out. Okay, it just started to break this structure here. We are going into resistance right now. I would not recommend buying it right now. But the longer term time scales, is that a gap? Wow, I've never seen that happen before. That's really weird. It's a gap. Okay. So yeah, it broke the three. It broke the resistance here, and I am projecting a large move for this asset. You guys can clearly see the 3-day stochastics are pointing up here. Even on HA candles we're pointing up. The dailies 2 days pointing up. The dailies sort of getting topped out here, right? That's where you want to go to like a 4 hour. So the 4 hours already starting to show signs of maybe some exhaustion, and we can also see that the candles are overbought, right? So we don't really want to be buying this asset right now. And is the question, do we want to be shorting this asset right here? And the answer is you could if you're taking a scalp trade. And the reason why I say you could is because, well, we just went through that the 4 hour stochastics and maybe the daily stochastics are starting to become a little bit overbought, right? But the trade would be to maybe take a short and would be looking to set a stop loss, up here around this $4 region in case it does start to push up, because it can, because the 2 and the 3-day charts still look pretty good. And so we'd be looking to maybe short, really, really scalp trade short here. I personally am not going to be taking this trade because I think it's a high risk trade. But if I was to be taking a trade on it, it would probably be to the short side because we've seen already this asset appreciate a bunch, right? And it's already appreciated, 24%. And so you're always looking for at least a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And, in this case, a 2-to-1 would be a trade down to about 360, right? As the price is actually climbing right now, I personally would not be taking this trade, but, I don't like to buy into resistance, a 4-hour chart. I would like to see this breakout and back test, and that's when I'd be looking for a spot long trade after a breakout and a back test. Instead of taking a short here, I would just probably wait for the asset to come down to look to buy it, because we know the 2-day and the 3-day chart are really just starting to get going here, right? So that's when you want to be able to zoom out and look at that kind of stuff. All right. So any other assets you guys want to look at tonight? Just drop them in the chat. What's going on, Bobby? How's your mask coin doing? Can you tell the chat that you got a nice entry on it? Looks like we just got a 3-day candle that's going to open green here for mask. All the charts really look weird, man. They all look like gap ups and weird shit. I've never seen this stuff before on TradingView. Yeah, so mask coin, right? So we spotted this one because from its previous low to its high that it made here recently, it's done it's done a 61.8% retracement, so a 618, a golden mean ratio retracement, and so it looks like we're going to see this try to rally at least up to this 250 region, right? That's the next Fibonacci level here. And so that's what we're looking at for mask here in the short term. We can see the daily stochastics are still pointing up. We're just getting a MACD cross. We're showing that bullish divergence. We have this low and higher low on the momentum oscillator, telling us, implying that we're going to see some upside, right? And so that's what we're talking about here on Mask Coin right now. And actually, it actually looks like, man, why are these candles all messed up? I'm not really a fan of TradingView right now. Weird. Okay, well, whatever. Anyways. Yeah, so Mask looks pretty good. It's starting to now break out of this range. And its next real resistance, like I said, is around that 245 level. And for basically what I'm gonna tell you guys is that if you look from this bottom here, it does look like we're looking at some sort of wedge pattern playing out. We have one low, two lows, almost 4 touch points along this trend line, and it did something similar before. And we're looking at about 115% measured move once we get a breakout, if we get a breakout, and that would take us back to $5. The measure moves on wedge patterns are usually to the tops of the wedge patterns, and that's what we're looking at there on Mask Coin. And so that's something to look out for and watch for. It did do, like I said, I mean, you can look, this wedge here was a pretty big move. This last time it decided to make a move was back here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points, all right, and the same type of move, right? So we have a flag. We can call this a flagpole, but really it's just a falling wedge pattern. And this to me is projected to do something like that. All right, so that's Mask. I think the yellow green one. This is the buy sell zone indicator. We're actually renaming it. We're going to call it the STP profit candles. We haven't published this yet on TradingView, but we will be doing that. The buy sell zone indicator is actually on TradingView right now as part of our basic alert package, basic indicator package. By the way, if you guys are interested in any of our products, make sure you guys go to the website swingtradepros.com and check out our basic indicator package. It comes with the overbought, oversold candles, the price flow indicator, the support resistance indicator, the volume momentum indicator, RSI bands. So these bands are pretty cool too. They kind of tell you or give you some idea or clue of where you're at on the band. So it's confluent with a Bollinger Band and an RSI built in one indicator. So it's pretty cool. All right, so that's our TradingView indicators. Or that's our basic package indicators. And I actually took a pretty significant trade on Kusama. All right, and the reason for that is I'm going to show you guys. I mean, there might be some more downside on it, and it is what it is, but it does look like to me we're just retesting this low on the weekly chart, and we're down here in this green band area. We've thrown a counter trend long here before. And it looks to me like we got stochastics pointing back up. I'm actually trading the longer term time frame, which is the 12-day chart. And we can see the volatility starting to pick up here, okay? When the volatility starts to pick up here, okay, on a larger time scale, and it's pointing up with the asset, about to maybe make a reversal, this is where you want to be paying attention, okay? And you can see the volume is completely receded here. And so this looks to me like we're going to see a potential reversal on this asset. And so that's something we want to really pay attention to. Although, I mean, yeah, the volatility on the 12-day is probably more relating to the price action that was coming down, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Yeah, we're not really getting any clear sign on the stochastics for a move up, but we're in an area where if it's just retesting this low, the daily looks like it's pointing up now, right? So we're going to see at least a daily move back up, at least to retest, $25 maybe. But eventually, what's going to happen is it's going to break out of this massive downsloping wedge formation that it's been in for, I don't know, the better part of a year. Okay. And eventually what's going to happen is it's going to break out of this range or break out of this pattern. And it's going to have a big rally. It's going to go up like 100%. It's going to get people's attention. And then it's going to come back down and retest this low and maybe make some sort of cup and handle structure and then consolidate here for a while. Basically where you can see these volume profile, volume blocks is where you want to be looking at, right? So right now we're in one of the biggest volume blocks here. So there's lots of traded price action here. This is a great place to probably buy an asset. Not financial advice, of course. I'm just basically looking at the volume profile, okay? CHZ was requested. We'll take a look at it. This, I believe, was at a support on Sunday. And I said to not short this asset because it is at a support. We don't want to be shorting assets at supports. Okay. Yeah, so long-term channel down, but could be, maybe rounding out here. Right, and this low right here is would be an interesting place for it to reverse. It'd be a higher low and potentially making a double bottom. And if it does do that, we're looking at a rip back up to at least touch the downsloping channel or the trend line there, which is around that 20 cent region. You're looking at a potential 100% move on this asset if it does reverse here, right? So this is something you want to be paying attention to. It's down here in the green band area, and this is where you want to be buying assets, right? RSI is 22. I mean, every single time it comes down to these oversold levels, you guys can see it goes on a nice move up. Okay. Now, we didn't get any counter trend longs coming in just yet, but it does. I do think we are going to start to see some stuff come in here. Well, on the hourly, we basically caught this bottom wick. So it's just been kind of consolidating, making higher lows, and it does look like we might get a little break on CHD to the upside. All right. I think I'm going to probably cut this stream. There's like not a lot of people on here. I thought I was going to get some more viewers with the title of the stream, but that's all right. Let's see. Yeah, no problem, guys. I thought I was going to get some more action. All right. Well, if you guys are new to the community or new to trading, make sure you guys join the Discord. I did pin that to the chat here. And you can also find that information on our TradingView account. Well, you can find our YouTube and our website on TradingView. And actually, the Discord is posted there as well. You can check that out. Make sure you guys join. Join us. All right. Catch you guys later. You guys have a nice evening.